Hey everybody, welcome to Into the Dark, Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. Welcome to Paranormal. Welcome to Into the Dark with Riverside, Iowa Paranormal, live here on the Spirit Realm Network. Before we get started tonight, we want to throw a big, huge shout out to all the men and women serving around the world in the armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, everyone, National Guard, reservists. Thank you for everything you do each and every day to keep us free and allow us to do what we do every day. And from the veterans here on the panel to all the veterans out there, thank you very much for your service and your sacrifice to this country and to what you've done. And thank you to the husbands and wives and the children and the grandparents and the grandmas and the moms and dads, everybody that gets left behind. And we've always talked about it. 90% of the time, they have a lot worse than the soldiers do.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for keeping the home fires burning. Thank you for watching out for them. Keep it up. Thanks.
And we can't forget all the first responders and police officers and anybody in uniform too on the civilian sector. And their families. They go through the same thing as our military families. They put their life on the line every single day when they're out there, and their families are waiting at home to see if they'll ever come back too. So thank you all.
And we'd like to thank all of our Facebook families out there for watching in and comments and everything. We just love it. Love you all.
Just remember, this show is as much your show as it is our show. We want every single one of you. We want to see your comments. We want to hear back from you guys. We want to know what you guys want to see. We know we love going to do the lives.
Oh, yeah.
Do the live spots. We go out there and find a location and kick back and relax and have fun, interview people at the locations, and maybe do a walkthrough. We are going to keep that up. You never know where we're going to show up. You never know where we're going to be.
But we are going to be.
But we are going to be
another live two-day event.
Two-day event. So I know y'all can't see this real well, so let me read it for you. Let me put my reading glasses on. There we go. So on October 11th and 12th, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., Rock Island, Illinois, at the Don Vinar Furniture Building, which is, anybody who's in Rock Island, this is across the street from the Skellington Manor. I can barely read that. Yeah. It is it's the YMCA annual haunted house. So it's $15 a head. You pay at the door.
Yeah.
And yes, I said 15. 5. You pay at the door, wander room from room, and learn. You learn about stuff. It's not your normal walk through haunted house where you get spooky and people boogie boogie boogie. No, we ain't gonna boogie boogie with you. But it's just you go through and you walk through and you look at things and you learn from, let's see, oh my God, A&O Paranormal, Madison Paranormal, Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. Looks like Spirit Realm Network. We're gonna go on. Ghost Crier. You learn from the guys that are doing this stuff. It's not your normal haunted house. Come on down and see us. Talk with us. We're going to go room to room if you've never been in that place. Woo!
It's amazing. Don't give too much away.
So next weekend, Rock Island, October 11th and 12th. We're going to have this up there. We'll keep promoting this out there. Come on out and see us. That's what you got to do.
That's right. Yep.
So, speaking of, last week we were at the 4-hour school again, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we were with the Moth guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
excellent group of guys. They had an event going on over there. They were awesome to talk to work with, to see, just to everything. Great show.
Yeah,
Great show.
It was very
Learned a
great.
lot. Learned a little bit from those guys. Gonna borrow a couple ideas they had.
And maybe actually join with them to do a couple experiments, just
Oh,
things you've been
yeah.
talking about too.
Ooh, yeah.
So
We're gonna combine a few things and
yes.
see what we come up with.
Yep.
So what else have we been doing?
Actually, we've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
We've had so much going on. We have been getting tons of calls on the private sector, so we've been working with that. Let's see, I did some schooling, which I finally completed, and that's going to be a surprise because.
But not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
But that'll be the surprise coming out tonight. We got viewers coming on, which is great. We got some comments coming out that they're taking. I can't wait to our next guest comes on, special guest.
Yep.
This guest also is going to be having his own show.
And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. We're going to get into that.
But it's going to be on the Spirit Realm
Spirit
Network.
Realm Network. You got to be here.
So, I mean, that's another new show coming in. And I think there's 3 new shows going to be starting here on the Spirit Realm Network. So there's some different shows coming on also.
If you're interested in tarot deck readings, there's a new show coming on for that.
And Haunted Treasures.
Haunted Treasures,
Yeah.
come on. You gotta tune into the Spirit Realm Network, y'all. You never know what you're gonna see or what you're gonna get. That's fun.
Right.
It's like a buffet.
It's like a buffet.
That's right.
That's how they spell it. That's how I'm gonna say it.
We also want to give a quick shout out, our first shout out for the night, to the McAnear Villa.
Mhm.
That is one of our sponsors. We want to send love out to them. They have an amazing place. It is a mansion that has indoor plumbing, guys. That's very important. And I call it this, a beauty, but it's got more activity than if you go to one of these places that's falling apart on you.
And the nice part about McIntyre is when you go there, you can sit on the furniture.
Yep.
You can sleep in the beds.
Yep.
You can use their indoor plumbing
Yes.
Yep.
And they have internet.
and internet. Hey, what do you think of that?
So when you walk in, you're thinking it's just a museum, but you spend
No.
some time there.
And don't get us wrong, we go to a lot of locations
Yes.
that are all torn down, ragged. It's nasty, it's disgusting. But we still go in and we do what we do. But when you walk into the McIntyre, it does look like a museum.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
It
a
does.
living museum. It's
Correct.
something you can actually. You don't have to be behind the ropes and don't touch this and can't sleep on that. And no, you don't wear the white gloves. You just go in and you investigate.
As long as you can sit on the furniture, sleep on the beds, like he was saying, but don't move the furniture. She does have a sign that says,
don't
move
move the
But
furniture.
other than that, yes, you can sit on the furniture.
Now, we also and then McIntyre Villa is one of our sponsors, so we
Yes.
do want you to go out there and please look at them. We also just started something new with our website. Is it Patreon?
Yes.
Yes.
Patreon. So you can. I have no idea how this works. I don't know what it's even about.
Patreon is actually a way of a lot of our followers that can help us. They can donate money. The donations that you guys give us, whether it's $1, $5, it actually goes into an account that we use to help us travel, to help people on the private sector. So these are for residentials. We do not use these for events or anything, but it helps us help families that are in need. And a lot of times it's not just a one trip. We're not a paranormal group that goes in there and just does a paranormal investigation and don't turn around, and come back. We actually have to make 2-3 trips, and we continue on with counseling and stuff with these families. You can actually visit us on that too. And I know we're giving away t-shirts and hats for anybody that will help us on that too.
Now, we have a brand new sponsor.
We're going to wait on that sponsor.
We're going to wait on that one?
No, not really.
Okay. See,
We
this is
do-
what I deal with every time. I
We
never know
do
what's going to
have a
happen.
new sponsor, and you'll hear us talk about the McAnear again, and you will hear about this other new sponsor of ours. If it wasn't for them, our show just could not be going as good as it goes.
So-
Yes, we are professional.
Our new sponsor is the Community First Credit Union. And Kelly, can you tell them a little bit about it?
Yes, I can. Let me put my glasses on here so I can see.
We all got to have glasses on.
Yeah. Whether you're an avid ghost hunter looking for a new car or a growing family purchasing a new home, check out Community First Credit Union. They build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. Now serving Southeast Iowa and Midwest Missouri. Visit one of their 17 convenient locations and see for yourself what See First can do for you. Go to seefirstcu.com and become a member today. Community First Credit Union. Together is better. Federally insured by the NCUA.
So welcome, See First.
First.
Welcome, community.
And
Thank
I'm going
you
to
very
throw
much.
something in there. So a lot of people think, with trying to buy, I love our toys we get that we need. And not always you can do it. They do have very good rates that if you're wanting to buy some of these new toys to do some of this paranormal stuff, they have them for you there. If
They have the toys?
they have the, no, they don't have the toys. They got the money in the toys.
Oh, okay.
They have
But,
the
if
toys
you're
there,
having
they
car
use them.
trouble and you're needing to fix the vehicle or anything like that, but they actually have amazing people that work there that can actually send you through, do financial counseling. And if you thought you could never own a home, they can actually get you to that point so you can own your new home. So thank you to Community First Credit Union for
Yes,
our
Awesome.
sponsor.
Thank you.
So let's get this party rolling.
All right.
Go.
So we have a very special guest waiting on the line right now. This very special guest is, well, he's your mentor.
Mentor, teacher, listens to blah, blah, blah from me. He is the man
The myth.
and the legend.
Reverend Shawn, are you there?
I am here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
We
we
can hear
can.
you.
Welcome to the show.
Me too.
Welcome.
Well, I showed up because somebody said buffet.
Well, just because we said it doesn't mean there's going to be one.
That's how we get you through the doors.
There you go.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We
My
were,
pleasure. I don't ever, you know me, I never go anywhere. I never go out and have any fun.
yeah, you are a very busy man. Now we have been talking about some shows that are coming on to the Spirit Realm Network. And we did say we had a surprise. The Rev will be having his own show starting tomorrow night
Right here on the Spirit Realm Network.
at 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys need to come in, show your love, show your support. Listening to him talk and some of the things that he talks about kind of puts you in awe. But I do love it that he doesn't steer off to what everybody else he thinks needs to hear. He's true to himself. So you're going to get the real deal.
So, Rev, I got a question for you, and I have to ask it because it's been pondering in the back of my mind for the last few weeks. You taught Michelle. How hard of a student was she?
What I love about Michelle is like, if everybody looking at her right now, she looks like she's 18, 19 years old. So you can never get mad at her.
Thank you.
Well,
Or tell her, listen, can you wait at least a week or two between phone calls? This every night things get a little old. No, I'm just kidding. I love Michelle, and she's actually probably the main reason why I'm even doing a show on the Spirit Realm Network.
well, we want to thank you.
Yeah, she was the one that introduced me to Jim. The first, not for other anything even better than I'm just so busy. I actually turned him down the first couple of times he spoke. I really wanted to do it. I just didn't think I could handle it. And I guess the third time we talked, they tag teamed me like it was a WWE match. said, okay, cool. Let's give it a shot. And they even assigned me my own producer. His name is Joseph Warner,
Awesome.
a.k.a. Joey Eyebrows.
Yes.
And he's going to do all the work for me because I don't have a clue what I'm doing. And so I'm just going to show up on camera. I got to remember to put clothes on
Yes.
and comb my hair, brush my teeth, tell all the spirits to, be mellow. And I will be broadcasting from probably one of the most haunted locations in my house. And I think it's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the Spirit Realm Network family. We're overjoyed that you're here with us.
Mhm.
I'm just going to turn it over to Michelle because she's got like a whole list of stuff written down.
Well, we're talking about.
Back to Michelle. She she was a wonderful student.
Thank you.
What I loved about Michelle is that she did reach out to me and pick my brain about issues that she may be running into at this case or that case. And I really thought that was cool.
Awesome.
And she passed the course with flying colors. And I know that anybody that reaches out to her for help
Mhm.
is going to get the very best that they could have found out there in this thing we call the paranormal community.
How much did you pay him to say all that?
A lot.
It was a buffet tonight, so we have to talk later.
That's right. Well, and we talk about, you having your shows and you actually do a radio show, but a lot of people don't realize he has a book. And if I'm correct, the book is called God, Ghosts, and the Paranormal Ministry, correct?
Can you believe I wrote a book?
You wrote a book.
I don't believe it. But yeah, it's God, Ghosts, and the Paranormal Ministry. I'm very pleased with how it came out. I know that there's messages in the book meant for some people out in the world. What those messages are and who those people are, I'm not sure. But I know those messages will eventually get out to the people they're meant for. And then I will have done my job. I'm not Stephen King. I know my book's not going to be on the New York Times bestseller list. But I am proud of it. And so far, everyone who has purchased it has enjoyed it. No one has knocked on my front door and thrown it back in my face.
That's a success.
Yep.
So I'm happy.
Good deal.
Well, and if I'm correct, in October, and I see it a lot, that part of the proceeds that you get from your book, you actually give back to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, correct?
Absolutely.
So,
And it still, to this day, brings me to tears every time I send them money. And for everybody listening who has purchased my book, you're a part of that. So
Awesome.
God bless you if you have purchased the book.
Awesome.
so we're going to put a link on. If you want an autograph book, you'll have to go to ghostbegone.biz, which we're putting the link on, to purchase it through there and get it autographed. But if you're not worried about the autograph, you can actually go to Amazon and you can also get it on Kindle. So there's 3 different ways to get this book. And knowing that, when you purchase this book, you're also helping another family out.
Mhm.
And again, it's kind of like pay it forward.
Yep.
And that is pretty awesome. Plus the book's not too shabby either. Just saying. So
I think I have to mention, though, I feel obligated. One, I part of me feels a little bad that my publisher, Annette Munich of Stellium Book, she went on the record and said that this was the scariest book that she ever edited and published.
Wow.
And it actually caused her to not do this type of book anymore.
Wow.
She has gone into children's books, stories, poetry. Look, so the book is scary, but there's a lot of good versus evil and good wins in it. And that's a good story. I like to think of the book as a very different kind of feel-good story. But it comes with a warning.
It does.
Nobody who has purchased the book from Amazon or Kindle have reached out to me. But a few readers who purchased the book direct from me that I had here in the home that I autographed reported having had seen an apparition in their home after the book arrived. And that apparition is of a young child that's in a picture that I have in the book. So I find that amazing. And that was why I started sending the book out with a house blessing kit. But I'm talking to you from probably the most haunted spot in my house. And my wife sees my doppelganger sitting here a lot, just working away. And she'll choose not to bother me because I'm busy, and she'll walk off, only to find the real me somewhere else, like in the bathroom or the living room, kitchen, wherever. And she'll say, "Hey, wait a minute, you're in the office." I'll say, "No, I'm right here." And that apparition is almost always followed by the apparition of that child coming out of the office, down our hallway, across our living room, and out our back door.
Wow.
Wow.
And so that's the apparition that's being seen in some of the readers' homes that have purchased the book from me. So I just throw it out there. I don't think there's any dangers involved or attached to it, but I find that absolutely amazing.
Well, way to sell the book there.
The link is up here. So, if you would like it being autographed, click on the link. Just know that part of your proceeds from that book is helping a child and their family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of switch gears now.
Oh, here we go. Hang on for the ride.
Lots of love, lots of light. I have a question that has been it's been bothering me all week. Been seeing all over social media and different parts of social media, things from where religion and paranormal and different things, where do they meet? How do they put them together? Spirituality compared to religion. So, Rev, I'm asking you, where is that line, or how is it defined from having religion cross over to the paranormal?
Well, I was first a kid who saw ghosts. My father is a descendant of a long line of warriors for Christ. My mother, his ancestry is Scotch-Irish, England. And my mother was Brazilian, still is Brazilian. They're both in heaven. It comes from a long line of devoutly Catholic and very spiritual people. So I saw ghosts when I was very young. It freaked me out. I didn't have anybody to confide in other than my mom. And she just told me that they're just people that don't have a body any longer. Don't worry about it. They're not going to hurt you. Ask them if there's something you can do to help. And if you can, great. If not, tell them to please not bother you any longer. But I was baptized Catholic, so I went through that whole thing, and being baptized and being confirmed later and being an altar boy and all that stuff. But because my older sisters and my mom was also very sensitive to spirit, the paranormal was pretty much just dumped in my lap. I had no choice but to deal with it. And so I just, there's so many people out there nowadays that are looking for a fight
Yes.
or a confrontation about this whole thing. My motto is I avoid drama at all costs. And I don't judge anybody. I respect everybody's belief system, whether they have one or not. And that's pretty much where I leave it. I don't think there's anything wrong with mixing the two, being a devoutly religious person and a believer in the supernatural and the paranormal. Have a healthy passion for it. And I had no choice because it's right up in my face.
Well, they go hand in hand if you really think about it. Paranormal.
I agree.
And so, Rev, I want you to tell me if you think this is wrong or not, but we get the thing all the time when people will say, well, prove to me they're spirits. I don't believe in it. And I always looked at my latest one has been, well, prove to me it doesn't exist. You got to prove me, if you want me to prove to you it does exist, prove to me it doesn't exist. But then I started thinking about things, and if you look at it, and this is my perspective, so I'm not putting anybody's religion down. This is my own opinion. I don't want to force this on anybody. So this is just me, y'all, just in here, in my brain.
Some of you know how his brain works anyway.
And some of you know that it doesn't always work too. I look at it as if I'll ask people, well, do you believe in God? And I have yet to have one person not say yes. Well, then I kind of look at them kind of almost saying, well, that's kind of hypocritical. If you believe in the Father, the Father, Spirit, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we're not just looking for spirits, or if it's a Holy Ghost. You said you believed in God, who is a spirit, who surrounds us and loves us and takes care of us. But isn't it the same as the spirit of has left the body that's still just hanging around?
Yes. This is how I feel. I agree with you. There are no wrong answers. Let me start by saying that I don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
Can I get an amen?
I don't have all
Amen.
the answers. I don't have all the answers. I know one day we all will have all those answers. And we're all going to be at that big Spirit Realm Network studio up in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all going to be sitting here on Into the Dark. I'll be able to drink then. We'll throw back a couple of pints of Guinness, and we'll have a big laugh over all of this. But there's no wrong answers, and if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. My experience, a non-believer and a skeptic, the non-believer is a skeptic, the non-believer is a skeptic. I've had guys like that on cases with me where they either had a ghost walk right up to them and stare them right in the face, to being witnesses with me on exorcisms, and after seeing some of the most horrific things that they've ever seen, or truly being scared down to their very soul, afterwards tell me that they don't believe anything happened, that it was, all of it could be explained away if in time, and that they'll start working on trying to find the answers to what they just witnessed. And I usually give a big hug and a kiss, and I put a special prayer over them, and we part ways.
But do you think sometimes that's just like their mechanism of, okay, their brain has not actually computed everything. It hasn't, put it in the little filing cabinets that they might be used to of saying, okay, this is real, but I don't know how to explain it to myself, so I'm going to have to keep trying to say it's not.
Absolutely. Our coping mechanism is different with each individual, and absolutely, and that's why I don't push it.
Mm-hmm.
If I see a person just experience something life-changing and they're still in denial, I just pray for them, and I don't push it, because they're deep down inside, there's a battle going on psychologically with them being able to try and wrap their head around what they just experienced. And I don't want to force any extra added emotional distress on them.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, well, now I've got another.
My show.
Yes.
I don't have a clue what I'm doing. It's like, the radio show I do on another network was my wife's idea. I just show up. I just, like you said, Michelle, just show up and be you.
That's right.
Yep.
And that's what I plan to do. And so I'm hoping everybody realizes the importance of this first show. Because I could totally tank.
I don't
it might
think.
be the last show.
No.
And so everybody that didn't tune in will have missed that.
Oh no, we'll record it and watch it later.
There you go.
So I'm going to throw another one out there to you too, because I've been pondering on this week too.
You said it could become like many of our late night phone calls during your story.
Well, there was some things that were out there, and it was talking about suicide and if you will make it to heaven if you do it. And there was back and forth of, of different things of, God doesn't condemn and different things like that. If you had someone come up to speak to you about, if I thought about committing suicide, would I go to heaven? How would you be able to answer that question or react to it?
Well, I would tell them the same thing I told you guys a little earlier, that I don't have the answers to that. But I do know this. I do know how precious life is.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that there'll be some reckoning for your suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be some atonement on the other side of the veil that you'll have to do to make amends for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's not so much because of the actual act, but I think it's a lot to do with all of the hurt that you leave behind for all your loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
and how much your suicide directly changes the course of their life.
Yep.
And how you leave that residue with them the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
I do believe in purgatory,
Yes.
and I do believe that a person will have some time spiritually in the spirit world to come to terms with what they did. And I would like to hope that there are some guardian angels and angelic beings assigned to this person that are able to adequately convey to the person just how sad it was that they got to that point.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I still want to ask that question.
Ask it.
Okay, question. Can you explain purgatory?
I believe, just like I believe everybody has their own hell, I believe everybody will also have their own heaven. And purgatory, I believe, is a place in between that people go to kind of make amends for the wrongdoings that they've done in their life, short of severe deadly sins like murder, things of that nature. those are dealt with on a different level, but like a suicide, for instance, an accidental drug overdose, or a person gets hit by a car, they didn't see it coming, they were young and had their whole life ahead of them. They can't comprehend the fact that they're dead, and they just want to stay here in our room when they don't belong here. That is all purgatory, and how they process, where do I go now? Do I go to the light? Do I just endlessly roam as a bodiless entity? Do you go to heaven? Do I go to the light? Unfinished business that I need to try to take care of. Some really important messages perhaps I need to get to somebody before I go to the light. And I think it's a lot of things, and I think everybody's purgatory will be different.
So I was always taught that purgatory was a place where we go to finalize and learn the lessons that we didn't learn when we were alive, that we to finish gaining the knowledge before we can either move towards the light or move to hell. But that got me thinking that purgatory is not for each one of us is probably not always going to be easy. It's not going to be nice. It's going to be worse for some others. Then I start looking around the world today, and I keep wondering, are we all in purgatory right now with all the bad things going on in the world, that this is our chance to play nice and realize that we're all here together, and we need to figure out how to do this, live together without destroying everything?
I've just decided I'm having you do my show tomorrow.
Well, and here's the thing. We spend a lot of time on the road together.
Yeah.
And these are the conversations we have because we've all felt the same way. You know, what if everybody thinks of purgatory that we're going somewhere else? What if we're actually in it now? And this is where we know whether we're going to the light or if we're going somewhere else. Are these the lessons that we're supposed to learn? You know, and those questions come up with a lot because if you notice, and I have recently, it seems like more and more people are losing faith and they're losing everything, you know, and it's like people are trying to grasp onto things. And if it's the next great thing on Facebook or on Twitter, they hold on very dearly to it and they'll fight to the end until it becomes not that subject anymore. Mm-hmm. And religion I have noticed, has been taking a pretty high play on that. Mm-hmm. You know, have you seen a lot of that? I mean, has that been going around for you? I mean,
well, I think temptation and the devil and demons are everywhere.
Amen.
Do you guys remember that old John Carpenter movie, They Live?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could put on special classes and see all the aliens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if we had special classes to put on that could allow us to see all the demons, I think the sight of that would be so horrific to the average person that they couldn't wrap their mind around it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And their head would just explode.
Yep. That's true.
I believe all temptation is coming at us from all angles, and there's a lot of false prophets out there.
Mm-hmm.
Along with just look how ugly the world is right now.
It's horrible.
Earlier today said to me that it feels like humans are an endangered species now, and we really are coming near the end.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're in it, the war.
Yeah.
That there's many levels. You know, obviously heaven is the highest vibrational, place you could be. And of course, a mass murderer, when he gets executed or maybe a victim kills him during an attack and he dies, he's going to be down there so low. He's, if not in hell, he's at the gates. Mm-hmm. So I don't think your soul is beyond being saved, but I think it's going to take a lot of hard work. That's not even adequately phrase it. But there's going to be a long, his purgatory, let's say, is indefinite. But most of those types of souls that are so low vibrational when they pass on,
Yes.
they just land right into the evil. And I believe that they become demons.
Yeah.
I would totally give you a
wow.
big amen on that.
That just messed with me.
Inhabit a human body. Not true demons like the fallen angels. They're in charge of all that. But
Yeah.
I believe if you're that horrific of a person, then you're going to be the same in death. And that's scary.
It is.
I never thought of it that way. That really.
Well, and it makes you think, because I have been looking at all different types of religions or different beliefs from around the world, because everybody has a different belief. But if you end up looking at it, it all comes into one. And they also have those beliefs of the different low energy of types of demons, and they just go up from there. But all their demons are different. I mean, we talk about demons and things like that. Every religion or every spiritual belief has demons. They look different. They act different. But guess what? They're doing the same exact thing. And there's always a higher power that is going to help you from there. And nobody stops to think about that. They say, my religion's better than your religion, and that. But guess what? We're always coming to the same thing. There is one higher power.
If you look at it in the history of the world, more wars have been fought in the name of religion than anything else in the world, in the history of the world. So but I got to jump back to one of the comments he made, because it's messing with my mind really bad.
Well, is there
Rev,
any questions from out in Facebook world for the Rev?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going back to it then. So people that are evil here, that go and they could become the demons that we're battling here. If we find if someone is somewhat bad but did something bad and had to become a demon, but he looks like Cookie Monster, is he savable?
You know, good thing I'm not on camera, because my mouth is just right open.
I have a gut feeling I'm not doing a show tomorrow now.
I would have a hard time. You know, if I walked into an exorcism and I saw Cookie Monster strapped to a bed, I sure would have a hard time.
Yeah, because you don't know whether to use cookies or holy water.
I have something scary.
Holy wafers. What you got?
We, as people in my field, are now believing that there's a fourth level of this demonic attachment. And beyond possession, it's called complete integration. And some of us feel that some possessions can go on so long that eventually the invading unclean spirit pushes the original inhabiting soul of that vessel out. And now the vessel is slowly taken over by the invading spirit, and they go on living a normal life like you and I, except for the kind of person that, you know, opens up on a concert from across the street in a high-rise hotel in downtown Vegas. So that's also a completely frightening revelation.
And I've been hearing about that more and more. And did you know it's not just something they've talked about in the churches? They're actually talking about it in some of the different spiritual beliefs too, that they're thinking the same thing is happening. And it is scary to think about that.
I think I worked for a couple of them.
You could have. You never know. And I'll tell you something else. Another thing that's scary, you always have to be prepared that you're going to run, no matter how bad things get on some of your cases, I can almost 100% assure you that you have not run into the mother lode yet.
No.
No.
And when I say mother lode, there are demonic entities out there that they're right there with the devil. They so have no fear of God
Yeah.
that they just the very sight of you, they just want to snuff your life out. And that can happen on cases, so you have to be very careful.
I think we're actually working on a case right now, Rev, that we were getting duped a little bit at first. And then it was like all of a sudden I seen it and it took a twist because the way it was doing it. And I wholeheartedly 100% believe you on that, because that was the first time I've seen a switch the way I seen that. And I will tell you, it scared me. Not just a little, but it took me to the core that when we left, and that was just during the interview section of it, that we haven't even done, started working it. I couldn't talk for a good half hour.
Yeah.
Because the processing for that for me was so hard, because I'm so used to this black and white type of thing that we've spoke about before. And this was not it.
Nope.
So
it was
they throw all of the smaller. I'm at a loss for words here, but the mother loads don't come around. They're the conductors. They're the generals. They're the ones that are in charge. They've got bigger fish to fry than us. But you're going to run into some that just your presence there is extreme provocation off the charts.
Yes.
So that's why I don't do religious provocation, because you don't need to. They're already. You accidentally fell into the polar bear exhibit at the zoo. And there's a polar bear coming at you, and he's going to eat you. Rather than quickly making your amends and accepting Jesus Christ in your life before you get eaten, you want to try and poke the bear in the eyeball, or stick your finger in its nose, or try and fight back. It's just going to make things worse. A lot worse, like, so I don't do provocation.
Wow.
I hope I can
okay,
sleep
so this is just a little taste, everybody out there, of what you're gonna be getting from the Rev. He welcomes everybody's, questions, comments. So make sure tomorrow night on the Spirit Realm Network at 8 p.m. Eastern, definitely be on and watch the Rev. And I put a challenge out there for everyone. Throw some good comments and questions out there. See, what you get. Like I said, the Rev is a straight shooter. Whether it's a question that you think that you would be too scared to ask, don't be. Throw it out there. Make it tough.
No, don't do it all. I'm going to announce at the beginning of the show that I'm throwing an open invitation out with no expiration date. As long as I'm still on the air before the network takes me off. That everybody's welcome. There's no judgment.
That's right.
I want people to come, relax, let their hair down, have fun, mingle with like-minded people such as themselves, make friends. Think of it as your weekly paranormal support group.
Yes.
And just have fun. And I'm right there. I'm going to have a guest on every week.
Nice.
But it doesn't matter. During the show, if someone has a topic they would like to discuss, a question answered, or if definitely they're personally having some paranormal issues and they need some help, that would be a great opportunity to reach out to me. And we will do our best, my guest, myself, and my producer, Joseph, we will try on live on air to help you with the problem.
That is awesome. I can't wait for the show tomorrow night.
I know,
I
it's
know.
going to be great. Just real quick too, we do need to give a shout out to our two sponsors, the McAnear Villa. Thank you again for, sticking with us and helping us go through this journey. You guys would definitely have to go check this place out. You can do a tour, you can do an overnight. It's an amazing place.
It is.
And our new sponsor,
Community First Credit Union.
yes.
Thank you guys very much for being our newest sponsor. You guys check them out. Their rates are awesome.
Yes, they are.
I'm going to say that I believe that everyone sitting at this table tonight, right here, has had an involvement with Community First Credit Union, and they have helped everyone at this table.
Yep.
They are awesome.
They
Thank you
are.
very much for your help. Check them out.
Thank you.
It doesn't hurt to have somebody check stuff out and maybe give you a little financial counseling along the way and kind of guide you on how to clean some stuff up.
Yep.
It works. Then you can buy more toys.
It works.
It works. So,
Yeah.
Go to more buffets.
What?
Huh?
Go to more buffets.
I go to more buffets. That's
Yeah, there
right.
you go, yeah.
well, you know me, I get them at the buffet. They may get me at the casino, but I'll get them at the buffet.
Again, I want to make sure everybody knows, the Revs show is on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Spirit Realm Network. Also go to the ghostbegone.biz for his book, the book called God, Ghosts, and the Paranormal Ministry. Again, remember, when you do get one of these books, part of those proceeds do go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So we're paying it forward. You're going to get a good read, and you're helping a family in need.
Definitely.
The Rev, like I said, he's throwing that challenge out. I would throw it out. Ask the questions you need. If you're a paranormal team and you're working on a case that you're just not sure of, and you don't have to give the name and where they live, but you can ask the Rev, kind of what's going on here. I think I called him one day or talked to him so many times that he was going to fly an airplane over Iowa and just dump a whole bunch of blessed salt. So he's there for you, and he's going to guide you. And again, there is no judgment. It doesn't matter what you believe. He will still give you a straight shot there.
And if you are a paranormal team out there, it never hurts to have a Rev in your back pocket.
That's right.
But he does charge buffets. Just going to keep it real.
I work, I take donations, and it can be food. I'm good with that.
That's right. We are so excited for you to join the Spirit Realm Network family.
Definitely.
And, we're excited to see where your show goes. I think it's going to be a big success. I think people are going to actually get comfortable to be able to have a show like that on, because there's nothing like that.
No.
To be able to be very open and not be judged by what your beliefs are, and be able to ask some of the hard questions that you were afraid to. People do go to churches, but there's still a lot of people that are afraid to talk to the pastor or the priest because they're afraid they'll be judged further on.
Well, not only that, but some people are afraid to go out in public and ask the questions.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do feel more comfortable to sit behind the computer screen and ask the question, because it's not that physical one-on-one. It is a physical one-on-one, but you don't get that somewhat feeling judgment again, being judged on.
That's
So
what everybody's afraid of.
ask the Rev the hard questions. Dig in there, get in there, ask the questions. Here we go. Come on, let's do it. And we all got to work together on all
I
this.
do not have the answer, and I'll be honest and tell you that I don't. But I'll give you my idea, and perhaps that brings the answer out of the person asking the question.
Well, there's a lot of questions out there in the world, and not everybody has the answer, but there's a lot of people that might have a piece to that puzzle guiding them towards the answer. So,
Absolutely.
So I also want to throw a shout. Join us next weekend. Our show next weekend, we are going to be at the old YMCA building in Rock Island.
Yes.
We're going to be there for an event Friday and Saturday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's not your normal spooky, scary skeleton go through haunted house. No, this is a building you got to go through, and there's going to be different paranormal groups there teaching you things on what we kind of do. Come on down and ask us some questions there. Look us up. We'll be there Friday and Saturday. Saturday, we'll do our live show from there. Maybe we can get some of those other teams to jump on and have one big panel of discussion.
That sounds
So-
good.
We can do that.
So, yeah,
Sounds
join us.
good.
Come on down. Let's see what else was there.
I'm so moved Iowa.
Come on, fly in for the weekend. Dump some salt, land it, go with us.
So-
Thank you guys for having me tonight. It was really fun, a lot of fun.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We'll all be watching tomorrow night, so we'll be throwing some questions at you. But you know what?
You're going to love my guests too.
Well, and you know, anytime you want to come back and be a guest on this show, if you got something we really need to talk about, you just let us know. You're always welcome back. Definitely.
Well, that's the last. I remember I said that to Michelle once.
Yeah.
And so that, I could be on every week.
Well, how about you do your own show and vent there, and then come on over and have some fun with us.
That sounds good.
Awesome.
And thank you for joining us again tonight.
Yeah,
Yes,
So,
thank you.
I had fun tonight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was great conversation, and it was
Mhm.
kind of my comfort zone, because a
Yeah.
lot of times I'm like, yes, I don't use the equipment because I forget to hit play because I just use myself, and this is how I think, and I
So-
enjoyed.
So we want to thank everybody out there. We didn't have a lot of questions tonight, which is not always a bad thing. And I thank everybody for listening and tuning out there on Facebook. If you guys have any ideas for shows that you'd like us to do, anything you'd like us to talk about, any guests that maybe, hey, we could swing in another guest somehow,
Mhm.
just shoot us a message. We'll try to get it now. Keep watching on, because we will be moving to the Spirit Realm Network
Yes.
soon.
Yes.
We don't know exact date yet, but it will be soon when we move over to the network away from Facebook. Not completely away from Facebook, but we're still trying to figure that whole piece out yet.
It'll be kind of half and half.
Maybe we might even try to figure out a way to be on both at the same time. You never know. I'm working on it. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. Thank you for being here, Michelle, Kelly, Jake. You guys are awesome. Some of the best group of people I could ever work with.
Well,
You guys
thank
are
you.
great.
You're great too.
Well, you know, a pressure washer is a wonderful thing.
And we want to thank the Rev again for joining us
Definitely.
this evening. Again, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Watch the Rev with
On the
his pair.
Spirit Realm Network.
Yep.
Boom.
So, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to jump off here. The only thing we got left to do to say to you is, hey, guys, we'll see you in the dark.